Jollum, miserable Jollum, has one of you drawn my bath?
Yes, my lord. Your bath awaits you. Is it hot enough for you, my lord?
It'll do. But my Saragon oil, where is it? I need the oil. Bring it to me. My Saragon oil, where is it? You Jollum are always so slow, always taxing my considerable patience. What have you done, Jollum? You realize how difficult Saragon oil is for me to obtain? What I have to go through to get it? What? Are you just going to stand there? Clean the mess up.
Yes, my lord.
Good. When do you leave for rejuvenation training?
Today, my lord. Shortly.
Not that I care. All of you Jollum are alike to me. Still, I suppose you've been serving me longer than most.
I know my happiness rests in my being able to serve you, my lord.
Not like some of your fellow human vermin. You know a bomb went off outside sector headquarters this morning. Do these insurgent fools really believe they can reclaim this miserable planet?
I have no idea, my lord.
Megwan is using the activities of these so-called vindicators to undermine my authority here. He's trying to take my command away from me, I know it. One of these days, I shall have to crush Megwan.
I'm sure whatever my lord decides to do will be for the best.
How long will you be gone?
Rejuvenation lasts 3 days and 3 nights, my lord.
Oh, I suppose it's necessary. I hope they train you better than that worthless excuse for a Jollum. It would be a shame for you to suffer the same fate.
It's your wake-up call.
Don't you realize you've been kidnapped?
There is nothing wrong with your television. Do not attempt to adjust the picture. We are now controlling the transmission. We control the horizontal and the vertical. We can deluge you with 1,000 channels or expand one single image to crystal clarity and beyond. We can shape your vision to anything our imagination can conceive. For the next hour, we will control all that you see and hear. You are about to experience the awe and mystery which reaches from the deepest inner mind to the outer limits.
Good evening, and welcome to Killer Kitchen. What you have just witnessed is an alternate time and an alternate reality, but one that very closely parallels to our own reality here today, in many parts of the world. Tonight, to those in Ukraine, you have my sympathy. It sucks. To those in the United States, I offer you no political left or right. I only offer you this. Imagine a world where you've been conquered and you have to live under somebody else's rule, and now you've been trained to a point that you've forgotten who you are, where you came from, and your only goal in life is to serve the ones who conquered you. Now imagine in that reality being taken from everything that you now know and being introduced to what it is to be a human being. Tonight, as we venture farther into this man's reality, I would like to take you on a trip back to a home-cooked meal.
At what point does a human being's free will cease to exist? And if we have forfeited our free will, are we still human?
It's time to snap out of that deep, Walking Dead sleep you've been in. Come on! Stand up! That must have hurt. Did it? You can't speak. Then just nod. Did it hurt? Did it? It's hell thawing you Jollum out. Stand up. You're a big boy. You can do it! Stand up! Okay. Time for something different. We're going to play a little game here. I ask, you answer. I tell you to do something, you do it. Acknowledge me. I'm a human being, just like you are. Acknowledge that I'm real. Jollum. You feel that? I know you do. The Torque Corps didn't perform surgery on you. They didn't cut the wiring. They just screwed with your head. They conditioned you to ignore pain, to pretend it wasn't there. Well, I don't want you to ignore it. I want you to feel it. I want you to rejoin the human race. That old Jollum conditioning. Pretty strong stuff. You know, you're in quite a fix, my man. You can't go back to your precious milord. He'd ask why you're not in rejuvenation. And then he'll rip your insides out. There's no help coming. What are you gonna do about it? Answer me. Do something to show me you're alive. Come on! What do I have to do? Break a couple of ribs?
Davis. That's it. That's enough.
Oh, yeah? You think that's enough? Well, I'm gonna kill this son of a bitch.
Look, why don't you cool off? Let me talk to him.
Go ahead. Be my guest. But you're wasting your time. This is just Torcord-generated waste.
Man, that was intense. I had no idea it was gonna be like this. I've never been through one of these before. I guess you haven't either. You're gonna be all right. Let's just take you over here and lay you down. Come on, lie down. Catch your breath. There you go. That's much better, isn't it? Yeah, you're gonna be all right.
What?
I didn't realize deprogramming was this brutal.
I remember watching westerns when I was a kid. The cowboys would go on a cattle drive. The cattle would always get caught in a flash flood and be too stupid to swim for it, so they just stood there and drowned. That's what the Jolam remind me of. Cattle. You have to hit them over the head with a sledgehammer to get their attention. Just when they're reeling, you hit them with a little sweet talk to really confuse them.
Look, I know this is overwhelming. I mean, if I were you, I'd be flipping out, pounding the walls. But trust me, there is no way out. The only way to survive this is to listen to what the man says and respond. Even if it is just to tell him to go to hell. Look, try not to worry, okay? You're gonna get through this, I know it.
It's time to wake out of that deep. Stand up. I know you can hear me. Certainly. On your own 2 feet. You can do it. Use a human power. You're better off than you are. I know you feel. To enjoy human race with your insides. Do something. Do something. No help. Waste. 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 Waste.
I don't think you're gonna be able to crack this one.
Want to bet? $1 million? $2 million? Stuff's just laying around. We can bet anything we want.
We only have 3 days to break him and put him back together again.
I'm well aware of our time schedule.
Why did you leave him alone?
Give him time to think about what we said. I really like that try not to worry part. It's only natural for them to start worrying even more.
Over here, you'll see I've got a bottle of Moscato white wine, and I've got 2 bananas sliced up. Now I'm going to take these bananas, and I'm going to set them right here, and I'm going to take, I didn't feel like cutting up a whole pineapple tonight, so I got lazy. I'm going to take this, and I'm just going to take the juice, and you want to dump just the juice into the blender, just like that. Now, I got myself some lime juice. Give it a good lime taste. Now we also got 2 bananas sliced up. You'll see, you know, the kind of slices your mom used to put in your cereal when you were a kid. You know, well, those of us that grew up in that era. I remember watching He-Man and getting my Fruit Loops or my Lucky Charms with my sliced banana. Now on top of that, I just want to take this whole bottle of wine and just dump that bitch in. Matter of fact, let's give one for the chef. Damn, that tastes good. Holy shit. Oh, sorry. Anyway. Now, we're going to take this right here. We're going to leave our pineapple separate. And I'm going to show you guys why in just a minute. One. Oh, big one. Ah, fuck it. That was one big one and 3 little drops. We're going to dye this shit green. Why green? Why not? What the hell? I did it on Ice Crush. At first I did Ice Crush. Now that that's done, take your leftover pineapple. You want to take about 3 chunks. Nice sized chunks. The bigger ones are the better ones because they're easier to cut. And you want to take the rest of these right in there. And then I also got some sun-kissed pineapple. That shit you put in your water. That sugar shit. Just like that. Now, leave that settle for a minute. In the meantime, take and start slicing your pineapple down very tiny chunks, just very tiny shreds. In fact, for those of you that don't mind getting your hands sticky, it's better to shred it by hand. Which, to shred it by hand, it's very easy. You just take it just like this. Just shred it by hand. Me, no thanks. I don't have time or energy to spend shredding pineapple. Cut that bitch, shred it down that way, let the knife fucking drag it across. There you go. You're kind of like that movie Maniac that you guys seen that I recently posted on my channel. Kind of like that. It just kind of drags the knife along. If you guys haven't seen that, I uploaded a movie called Maniac. It's a Tom Savini movie, and it's from 1980. And honestly, I don't care what anybody says, it's one of the coolest movies I've ever seen. Now, you got this like this. Now you want to take this. Ow! And then you want to take and you want to just pour it into your punch bowl. And take the rest of the wine.
No, I want to sip. God damn it.
Sorry. And just sprinkle this in. Just like that.
I got that.
Now, I didn't forget anything. You fucking shot. Now, once you've done that, you want to take your bottle of 7-Up and give this thing a fizz. All the way to the top. And there you go. And just to shine people on, take well, you can use black sugar or green sugar. They sell these colored sugars. I got purple right across the top. Just like that. Let's see. You guys can see in here. There you go. Stick this in here like this. And then, when you go to serve it, just sprinkle a little bit more of that purple right on top. And there you go. So let's try it. Oh, fuck that!
Good.
That shit's fucking awesome. You guys gotta try this. You have to. Oh man.
Funny.
Shit, the camera's going.
Yeah, it is.
Cheers. As I remember, times from good times and bad back home. Why don't we go see what's happening with this guy? When you come back, I'll show you guys how to make your very own homemade chicken dinner. All from scratch. Stuffing included. I just did that on camera, didn't I?
Why did you leave him alone?
Give him time to think about what we said. I really like that try not to worry part. It's only natural for them to start worrying even more.
This is just a game to you, isn't it, Davis?
You don't know a damn thing about me, lady. Or the process. So why don't you keep your judgments to yourself? Now what's really going to start eating at him is what I said about his precious master. The idea of doing something against its wishes is enough to scare the ever-loving piss out of him. Pretty soon he'll get the urge to escape, run back to his master and beg for forgiveness. It's all part of his conditioning.
So then you can use that fear against him.
You're damn right. Look, we're trying to reclaim a life here. You of all people should want that. Look. We should have made that bet. Find this interesting? There are no mirrors in the Torkor's house. They have no use for them. Well, I mean, they're vain about their possessions and their accomplishments, but not about their looks. You ever gotten a good look at one of those guys? Come on. You know you're curious.
What's happening?
Just watch. A bank of images is rushing up from his unconscious. An hallucination planted by the Torkor. Triggered by his realization that he shouldn't be here, shouldn't be looking at himself. Now he's paying the price.
and shine. Now, isn't that better than that yucky yellow stuff your milord bathes in? What is that crap anyway? What's wrong? You don't like water spraying in your face? Well, showers are one of the greatest inventions of mankind. They're invigorating. They make you feel alive. Huh? You're no fun at all, you know that? Dry yourself off, will you? You're dripping water all over the floor. Then put that on. I gotta hand it to the Torkor. Anything that might confirm your old sense of self, they take away. Your clothes, for instance. And replace with this bland, boring rag. Something a eunuch might wear. You'd like your security blanket back, wouldn't you? Take this out and burn it. Yes, yes, yes. Sound the alarm.
This is our chicken. This is our bird. Now, Charlie here. Charlie is our object of affection. Now, what you want to do when you're cooking a bird, you want to tenderize that meat. Squeeze it a little bit. You hear that? You want that meat nice and tender. And the more you take the time to do this, the better this chicken's gonna be, the more tender. Now, all that stuff, that was basically some seasoning mix that I threw together. Now, because it's a family recipe, I can't share it. But I'm going to take all that excess. It's butter, seasoning, a little bit of oil, and just a little bit of love. And we're going to take all that, smear it all the way around, and take all the excess and actually put it up inside this chicken's bum hole and head hole. Now, here, you'll see I got taters, celery, onion, and in fact, I use red onion. I like red onion. Now, all this shit right here, open that chicken's asshole and shove that shit in. Talk about shoving it up your ass. Well, that's what you want to do. You want to shove all that shit up the chicken's ass. If you're really in a bad mood, just pretend it's your boss, you know? We all got that asshole at work that, blah, 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 blah. I don't want to hear your shit, but it's your fault that it's your fault he fucked up, but he's too fucking much of a bitch to fucking admit it. Jam it up your ass. Fuck you, Charles. You know what? I didn't fucking mess up the paperwork. You messed up the fucking paperwork. And you're the one that should have told Eddie he couldn't have the day off. Don't put it on me, you fuck. Right up your fucking ass. Just like that. You see that? You guys saw how fucking slim and bullshit that bitch was? Now look at him now. Nice and fat. Look at that. Look at that. I tell you what. If it was Leatherface, just imagine a bitch strung out and then filled with peppers and fucking tomatoes and potatoes. Just like that. There we go. Now. Alright. This is a rather small bitch. So that's about as much as we can fit inside her. Definitely couldn't handle a gangbang. Now we're going to take this stuff and we are going to pack it in here like that. And roll this tinfoil over. Now, we got our grill fired up. We got our bird seasoned. Now the pot here, I figured I'd spare you guys the waste of time to show you how to chop a potato. If you don't know how to chop a potato, Google it. Otherwise, I mean, that's something pretty much everyone knows. You take the knife, slide it through. I chop mine into cubes. Now we got, just like we got the red onion for our chicken, we've got red taters for our homemade mashed potatoes. So now, join me back in the alternate time, in the alternate universe, as we find out a little bit more about deprogramming. And when we come back, I'll show you guys how to make your very own homemade, authentic Victorian style stuffing.
You love your master, don't you? You'd do anything for him. What is it exactly that you love about him? It can't be his looks. What is it that binds you to him? What is it that makes you want to serve him without question? Could it be his voice?
Humanity is a thing of the past.
I gotta
Not
admit,
even a distant memory.
he has a wonderful voice. All of the Torquor do.
Not even an option.
You love the sound of his voice.
Humanity is a thing of your master.
The sound of your master's voice.
Serve path.
Listen to him. Listen to him now. Listen to what the master really sounds like. Hypnotism. During bliss training, they conditioned you to think that each time you hear one of them, you're hearing the voice of God. I'd hardly call that the voice of God, would you? What's your master's name? His real name? What is it? Colsus? Cold talk.
Jolam are never allowed to call my lord by his real name.
I'm not Jolam. He's not Jolam. Nobody here is Jolam.
I am Jolam.
No, you're not. Not deep inside. I know you don't remember, but there was life before the Torquor.
The reports are coming in fast and furious now. What started with a ship landing on the mall in Washington, D.C. only a week ago?
The invasion happened less than 2 years ago, by our calendar, the human calendar. They came and damn near wiped out a civilization that lasted for over 2,000 years. A civilization of people. Human beings. Like you. Me.
It wasn't a perfect world by any means, but it was our world. The joy we were able to feel was our joy. The pain we suffered was our pain.
The Torquor took all that away from us. Destroyed it. They killed millions. Millions more were shipped off the planet. Who knows where, for what purpose. Those still alive here on Earth, those who didn't escape to the underground, they turned into what they called Jolam.
Jolam is my only reason for being.
They programmed you to think that.
The Lord is everything to me.
programming.
My Lord is all-knowing, all-seeing, and I am
Truly blessed to be able to serve him. I know that my happiness rests in being able to serve him. Programming. You had a life before the Torkor took over. And with that life, you had a name. The name you were born with.
Evan.
Evan.
Right. Right. Evan.
Hi, Jill. I hope you received this. Things don't look too good right now. We don't know who or what we're fighting. The weapons these invaders have, beyond anything we could conceive. I just want to get this off before I go back out on patrol again. I miss you, Jill. God, I realized I miss you so much. I don't know if we're ever gonna see each other again, but I hope that you know I love you. But I will always love you.
Hello, Evan. I never thought I'd see you again either. I hate what they're doing to you. I'd heard about deprogramming, but I had no idea what it really entailed. I am not proud to be a part of this, but it's the only way to get you to remember who you were. I'm not gonna hurt you.
Who am I? What am I supposed to be?
You're Evan Robert Cooper.
And you? What are you supposed to be?
Your wife.
My wife. Is that supposed to mean something to me?
It did. Once. You need to eat. Look. It's chicken. They tell me the mush the Torkor make the Jala meat have an appetite suppressant in it. That it's been a while since you've had any solid food. So you shouldn't eat too much. Believe it or not, it's really pretty good. You try it? Please? For me?
Now, as he enjoys his chicken dinner, why don't we finish ours? With our chicken dinner, again, I've added red potatoes. I've got some celery in here, some onion, and some seasoning. Now, I'm going to take, I don't really drink a whole lot of milk. I use it in my coffee in the morning when I drink coffee, and I have it for my heartburn. So I buy little guys like this. Now, again, tomorrow I'm sleeping in, so I don't need much. I'm going to take about half this. Fuck it. Pour the whole damn thing in there. And with that, I'm going to melt a half a stick of butter. I'm going to take a spoon. Just going to do this. Melt all of it down in there. You want that butter all melted down into your taters. And just like that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, because we've got our chicken cooking and we've got our stuffing cooking. So until they're done, I'm going to take our mashed potatoes and I'm going to put them right on the edge of the grill. So why don't you join me out front? We'll finish our meal, watch the conclusion of Deprogramming from The Outer Limits, 1995, and when we come back, we'll enjoy something that doesn't happen very often anymore. A nice, good old-fashioned American home-cooked meal.
Hallucination. But it's out of your system. It's just me. Don't be afraid. Look. It's you.
Evan Robert Cooper.
The man I married. Relax. Get to know that person again. What he looks like. What he feels.
I always liked your lips.
You were always a great kisser.
She's doing very well.
Okay, you win.
I missed you, Evan. I can't tell you how many times I cried myself to sleep, wishing you were there. I just wanted to touch you.
Why?
Because that is what human beings do when they're attracted to each other.
Joel aren't allowed to touch anybody. Ever!
What's that you're saying about it, Tiger?
dream. Go ahead, baby. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Let it out. Just let it out. We've all had to cry. We've all had to cry till we can't cry anymore. Oh, shh. Shh.
What's happening to me?
You're becoming human again.
What's that mean? Becoming human.
You're starting to feel things again.
I don't understand. I see all these pictures. People.
That's good. That means your memory is coming back.
Why can't you just leave me alone?
Because the Torquor delighted in turning our best and brightest into slaves. And you were a terrific soldier, Evan. And we need you.
We?
We're vindicators.
Rebels.
Rebels. Vindicators. The underground. Whatever you want to call us. Davis found me not so long ago, hiding out from the Torquor. He trained me. And now I help to preserve what it means to be human. Let's take a walk.
I thought you were gonna do this part.
No. Let her do it.
It's just up here. Come on. We call this the museum room. The people who used to own this place called these things props. But now they're remnants of an Earth that once was. For us, this is a place of memories that we can't allow ourselves to forget. Look. Credit card. Do you remember credit cards? You and I had more of these than we should have had. Guess we don't have to worry about paying them off.
I took onion, diced it up real fine, the same way you diced it up to put it in the chicken, and I took some celery and did the same thing. Now what I did was with my bread, this is fresh bread right from the store. And technically, like, the way they did it in the Victorian era, they waited for the bread to go stale. I just heated mine up and toasted it. And now I'm going to break it down. Now, really, for you out there who like croutons, you make your own croutons this way. This is all a crouton is. Toasted bread that they stuck in the freezer. And if you take a look, it's regular, actually, pretty good bread. Now again, because of what I'm making, I just bought $1 thing of bread. I wasn't gonna spend $2, $3, $4 on a loaf of bread just to make stuffing. I didn't see the point. In fact, actually, in a way, I was kind of lazy. I could have made my own bread to make this stuffing. But yeah. So let's get back and we'll find out just exactly what's going on with this guy. And it's funny, this episode is actually the very first episode of Outer Limits I'd ever seen. I remember it was 1995. It was a Saturday night, and my mom was working, and all my friends were busy, and my girlfriend and I got in this big fight. So I went home and I was smoking a joint, and I'm just all pissed. And I see this. I didn't even see the opening credits. I didn't even know what I was watching. I just was watching this. And I'm like, dude, what the okay. And it held my attention. And at the end of it, I just remember thinking, what the fuck did I just watch? Now, including tonight, I have actually only seen this episode 6 times in my life. That's why the lack of commentary, the bland commentary, I don't know anything about it. It's got Rob from Friday the 13th. It's got Data from Star Trek. And these weird alien creatures took over the world.
We still have music, thank God. As long as we have batteries and generators. You used to love big-time action hero movies? With all those big stars? I wonder where they are right now. I wonder what happened to all the famous people. Evan?
We've lost everything.
No. We're still alive. We're still fighting.
No. They're too strong. I've worked for them. I've lived with them.
They underestimate us. They think we're just some low form of animal. We know more about life than they ever will. That's where our strength lies. That's what gives us hope.
So beautiful.
I've never stopped loving you. I've wanted to do that since I first saw you.
Nicole. Jill? Jill? What happened to her? What happened to our daughter?
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
They killed her.
Who? The Torkor?
They killed all the children, Evan. They didn't have any use for them. And guess who ordered it done? Your beloved master, Koltok.
want to kill Kaltok, don't you?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
For what he did to your daughter?
Yes.
Good. Because we want you to kill him, too. We've made several assassination attempts on Koltok, and all of them have failed. It's hard to get close to any of the Torkor leaders. They're so damn security conscious. Especially Koltok. He's so paranoid about that rival of his, Megwan.
You just can't walk into my lord's house anymore. Who? Koltok.
Good.
He'll know I wasn't at rejuvenation.
Yeah, well, that's where I lied. Someone's filling in for you there. Luckily, the Torkor don't keep picture IDs of slaves, so it wasn't hard to make the trade-off. We'll switch you back after rejuvenation concludes.
I won't be able to sneak a weapon in there, let alone get close enough to use it on him.
Ah. Well, that's where this comes in.
Just listen to them. I'll be waiting for you here when you get back. And then we can be together. Forever.
Jolom! Jolom! What's taking you so long?
Your path awaits you. I brought this back from rejuvenation, my lord.
Proceed, Jolom.
It is your favorite. As you said, difficult to obtain.
Yes, yes. Cease your prattling and get on with it, Jolom. Ah! You miserable fool! You wish to suffer the same fate as that other pitiful Jolom? Now get on with it. Brainless idiot. What have you done, Jolom? What have you done, Jolom?
I am not Jolom!
Oh, baby, Jolom! I am the Lord!
No, you are Koltok! My name is Evan.
My name is Evan. Done.
I can't believe it.
I did it for Nicole. I did it for all the children.
I know, honey.
It's not gonna bring her back, is it?
No. No, it's not.
You think I'd be happy it's dead?
Of course you should be. We're all happy it's dead. Especially my lord.
My lord?
You Jolom have done me a great service.
You're Koltok's rival, Megwan.
Yes. And now, thanks to you, his successor.
I take it my lord is pleased?
Yes. This means you can continue your research on your fellow human beings, Professor Davis. And kind enjoy your privileged status among us.
I am truly blessed.
So you were never part of it? The underground?
Afraid not.
The rebels prevent you! Let me out of
The rebels are nothing.
No! Let
The rebels are a minor nuisance at most.
How can you do
Don't you see? No real resistance is possible. You!
No!
Traitor!
Each of us survives in our own way.
And your way is to once again be nothing more than Jolum. Plain, simple, obedient Jolum. Take these two to Bliss training. It will be interesting to see how many times a human being can successfully be reprogrammed.
No!
Isn't that what you wanted? The two of you, together? Forever.
You are Jolum. You serve my lord. 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 You are Jolum.
For centuries, philosophers have wrestled with the question, is man able to decide his destiny through his own actions? Or does fate have the final say?
Well, such is the case right here in the kitchen. Nothing is ever as it seems. It's a shame that I have to actually be in a position to say this. In 1995, this was science fiction. Yeah, it's not monsters from outer space, and it's not lizard people. Well, at least lizard people we can prove. But, take a look at our leaders.
Rushing you with a foot.